In our last lesson, we looked at installing Text Wrangler so that we would have a more visual environment for editing our code. In this lesson, we're going to look at something called an integrated development environment, which kind of brings a lot of tools together so that we can use them very easily. Now, I'm going to show you how to install Eclipse in this lesson. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my Google Chrome browser, and we'll try Safari some other time. And I'm just going to type in eclipse.org here, and that's going to take me to the eclipse.org page. And here I'm immediately presented with an option to download, so they get right to the point. So I'm going to download Eclipse Neon 64-bit from my machine, and it's going to show me exactly what I'm getting. I'm going to click download, and this is going to take a few seconds to come down. And once I have that, I can go ahead and show that in the Finder, and that's going to be on my desktop. I can just double click that to extract it, and that's going to give me the Eclipse Installer. Super easy. So I'm going to double click the Eclipse Installer, and it's going to tell me, all right, you downloaded from the internet. You might have to right click and click open to get that open, depending on your machine. And the Eclipse Installer is going to open up, and it's going to give me a few options here. And you can see it's going to say, as soon as we get some data, I want the Eclipse IDE for Java developers. And I'm going to just go ahead and put this where it suggests, right in my home directory. I'm going to click install. And this is going to take just a few seconds to install. So once that's open, I can click launch. I can also find it on my machine. It should be right in my home directory, but I can click launch, and you're going to see Eclipse Neon come up. It's going to have this little splash screen, and it's not quite as fast as the Text Wrangler we installed in the last lesson, so it does take a few more seconds to open up. We'll go ahead and accept the default workspace here, so that's going to put that right in my Documents folder. I'm going to go ahead and say we'll just use that, and we don't need to ask again. I'm going to hit OK. See it's loading some packages, it's loading some different classes here, and we get this nice welcome screen. So I'm going to go ahead and dismiss that welcome screen. Now you can see on the left I've got some projects. I can connect Mylan here. I've got some task lists. We can close these windows. I don't really need my outline. Go ahead and close that as well. But we have a nice window on the left that's going to show us our different packages and projects. We can edit our code right in the center, and we can see some basic information here, problems, Java docs, declarations here. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to right click or two-finger click on the left in the Package Explorer. I'm going to create a new Java project. I'm going to call this First Eclipse Project. And it's going to give us some suggestions for settings. You can see Java here 1.8, that's fine. Create separate folders for source and class files, so Eclipse will automatically compile my files. And I'm going to go ahead and hit next just to see the other settings, and it's going to tell me here's a source directory where we can put things. We're not going to add any additional projects that this project depends on. We don't need any libraries beyond the system library. And then I'm going to go ahead and just click finish. Now you can see we've got a project, and if I expand that project, I can create a new source file. We'll go ahead and create new class, First Eclipse class, and we can make this extend object by default. We're not going to give it a package, which Eclipse is going to say, it's probably not the best idea, but that's okay. So I'm going to hit finish, and it's going to build my class. It's even going to fill in some basics. So you can see here public class, First Eclipse class, and maybe we make this public static void main string arguments. And you can see here it's automatically indenting everything, and I can see as I get close to any of my curly braces, you can see that this one is highlighted to identify that's the closing. And if I do the same thing up here, this will show me which one closes. So nice, easy, simple, and we can say system.out, and as soon as I hit that period, you'll see it's going to tell me these are some things I can do. So system dot, so maybe out dot println. This is my first Eclipse file. And now I don't even have to go into a terminal to compile or run. I can just hit the play button. And that play button is going to find my main method, and it's going to execute this. And you can see here, just like this was terminal output, we get the console tab, and it's going to tell me this is my first Eclipse file. If I want to create another app or another class over here, I can just click New Class, and we could call this Second Eclipse Class, and we could do something else in here, or we could just have it create a message, or we could just even use it in our first class. But makes it much easier to collect our files. We don't have to worry about how we're going to compile things. Everything kind of just runs a little bit more easily within Eclipse. So it provides a nice simple environment for us to write our code. We'll be using Eclipse and Text Wrangler in future lessons, so if you want to take a look and try each one out, see which one you like better, go ahead and test them out. And also, don't forget to practice your coding. Thanks for watching.